Hello friends, welcome to the R Square. In the last class we have discussed about immediate inference, and from today onwards we'll study about conversion. Listen carefully pilamane suna man deiki conversion it is a form of immediate inference. Pilamane, we have discussed about immediate inference in the last video. If you are not aware about that, then please go through it. Okay, so we'll discuss about conversion, right? So conversion is a form of immediate inference. Once again I am repeating, immediate inference. Immediate inference means what? When it is a one kind of inference, immediate inference is one kind of inference in which one proposition is given. One proposition, listen carefully, one proposition is given, and from that one proposition you are deriving a new proposition. तुमको गोटे proposition दिया जायछि, तुमे सेइथु आ गोटे नवा proposition derive करछो. Once again, the given proposition or given propositions, in case of immediate inference, given proposition, a single proposition is given. That given proposition is known as that given proposition is known as premise, and the new proposition जो proposition ta hame derive करछंती, the derived proposition is known as conclusion. So immediate inference is one kind of inference in which one proposition is given or one premise is given, and from that one premise you are deriving a new conclusion, right? So conversion is a form of immediate inference. Conversion, it is a form of immediate inference in which there is a legitimate transposition in the subject and the predicate. Legitimate transposition in the subject and predicate. Listen pilamane, eithra keyword gote word mane rakhibo, that is what? Legitimate. Legitimate, the literal meaning of legitimate is related to law, right? Is related to rules. So कौन से कहूची ना legitimate transposition in the subject and predicate. Okay, या विषय हमें डिस्कशन करिबा. अच्छा, subject and predicate of what? Of the premise and conclusion. Subject and predicate of the premise and conclusion. Okay pilamane, so before entering into the concept, gote jinsa mane rakho, immediate inference in case of conversion, jo proposition ta pilamane deyachi, the given proposition, it is known as converting. The given proposition is known as what? Converting. Okay, the new proposition, that is known as what? Converse. The given proposition is what? Converting. The new proposition, the derived proposition is known as converse. Once again I am repeating pilamane, tame pause kariki definition bi likhi paribo. Conversion is what? Conversion is a type of immediate inference in which there is a legitimate, always remember, there is a legitimate transposition of the subject and predicate in between the premise and the conclusion. Okay, it has a first point. Conversion is an immediate inference in which there is a legitimate transposition in between the subject and predicate of the premise and conclusion. Okay, so second point likhibo, the premise of the conversion is known as converting, the conclusion of the converse is known as converse. So given proposition is converting, derived proposition is converse. Okay pilamane, now we will approach to the rules of conversion. Why rules pilamane? Why rules? Because ame transposition karuchanti. We are doing transposition, we are transposing, and the transposition is happening with what? It should be happening as per the law. So what kind of transposition? Legitimate transposition. As per the rules हमको जियाको पड़िबो. So that's why हमको focus करिबाको पड़िबो about what? Rules of conversion. Rules of conversion. So पिलामाने मन रखो, rules of conversion कोन? एथरे the subject of the converse, is the predicate, will be the predicate will be the predicate of the converted. Change is your plan. Predicate of the converted and the predicate of the converse will be the subject of the converted. Example आसे अपना माने subject तार predicate है जीवो हला conversion रा subject converse रा predicate है जीवो converted रा predicate converse रा subject है जीवो एटा धीरे धीरे हम बुझिबा with the examples. Second one is what quality does not change. Quality does not change. Listen carefully. Quality does not change. That means if the converted is affirmative, the converse must be affirmative. If the converted is negative, then the converse must be negative. Affirmative thile affirmative rahibo, negative thile negative rahibo. Are you clear na pila mane? Third rule, the most important rule pila mane eta ko sobal mane rakhibo. An undistributed term in the converted, an undistributed term in the converted cannot be distributed. An undistributed term in the converted cannot be distributed in the converse. Okay, so pilamane an undistributed term in the converted cannot be distributed in the converse. अच्छा तमे distribution विषय रे I think तमे first year पढिছো, right? So before that I am memorizing you what is distribution. In the last class we have discussed there are 4 types of proposition as per quality and quantity. Quality, they are qualities are 2 types. They are what? One is affirmative, another one is negative. Quality is of 2 types. Quality is of 2 types. One is affirmative, another one is negative. Quantity is of 2 types. One is universal, another one is particular. So based upon quantity and quality, listen carefully pilamane, based upon quantity and quality there are 4 types of proposition. One is universal affirmative, universal negative, particular affirmative, particular negative. A, E, I, O. A universal affirmative, E universal negative, I particular affirmative, O particular negative. A universal affirmative, all S is P. E universal negative, no S is P. I particular affirmative, some S is P. Particular kichi lokon particularly some, right? Particular affirmative, some S is P. Particular negative, that is O, that is some S is not P. So there is a trick pila mane eta ko kemti distribution rule tama mane rakhibo. The famous rule is what? Hauchi hauni, hauchi hauchi, hauni hauni, hauni hauchi. Listen carefully pila mane. So what is this? Hauchi hauni, hauchi hauchi, hauni hauni, hauni hauchi. That means in case of A type of proposition, that is universal affirmative type of proposition, subject is distributed, predicate is not distributed. In case of universal negative, subject is distributed, predicate is also distributed. In case of particular affirmative, both the subjects and predicates are not distributed. In case of particular negative, the subject is not distributed whereas the predicate is distributed. Are you clear pilamane? Okay. Next, चलो पिला माने गोटी गोटी करिकी आमे कन्वर्शन रूल को अप्लाई करिबा विथ द प्रपोजिशंस. Upon the propositions will apply the rules of conversion and will see that how the conversion is taking place in these what propositions, right? Okay, so first as I have discussed, as I have told to you, that is the given proposition is known as what? Converting. Always remember, the given proposition in case of conversion is known as what? Converting, and the derived proposition is known as what? Converse. So listen, the given proposition is what? Converting, and it is an A type of proposition. It is an what? A type of proposition. So पिला माने मन रखो, converting A type of proposition देछि, that is all S is P. हम last class से कहते पिला माने last video, S refers to subject, P refers to predicate. S refers to what? Subject, and P refers to predicate, right? So simply the first rule pila mane ting tang, that is what? Subject of the converting will be the predicate of the converse, predicate of the converting will be the subject of the converse. So this is the first rule pila mane akhi mujhe ki tame kon karibo na P ethi nei asibo, S ethi nei asibo, right? This is as per what? Rule 1, right? The subject of the converting is the predicate of the converse, the predicate of the converting is the subject of the converse. Are you clear? So simply subject ethi anili, predicate ethi anili. Second rule, that is quality remains unchanged. Quality does not change. Quality does not change. Quality change hobo nahi. Pila mane quality, how many types of qualities are there? Two types of qualities are there. One is affirmative, another one is negative, right? So we have four types of proposition. या भितर affirmative कोटा पिला माने universal affirmative, गोटे हला universal affirmative, आ गोटे हला particular affirmative, right? गोटे हला universal affirmative, आ गोटे हला पिला माने particular affirmative. So quality remains unchanged. Quality change hobo nahi. यार quality कौन थिला पिला माने all S is P, that means एटा universal affirmative, universal affirmative, so affirmative. यार quality हला affirmative. So the converse must be affirmative as per the rule what? Rule 2 of conversion. So simply possibilities कौन आसुची? It may be either या हे पारे possibilities, right? All P is S, it may be, or some P is S. ए दुईटा हे पारे पिला माने as per what? If both rule 1 and 2 will be applied. A rule 1 तो आमे जानिछन्ती ting tang, that is what? Keywords is what? Keyword is ting tang. Subject, simply subject and predicate change हे जिवो, and change होची ता माने transposition होची, या subject का predicate या predicate का subject. Are you clear? This is known as transposition, right? And this transposition should be what happen with respect to rules, and that's why it is known as legitimate transposition. This is known as what? Legitimate transposition. So simply all P is S, some P is S. This is what? Rule 1 and 2 data ko apply hegala, right? Acha, next rule is what? Rule 3, and that is the most important rule. Sei gote rule ame sabu jaga re dekhibo paiba. And the rule 3 is what? An undistributed term in the converting, an undistributed term in the converting cannot be distributed in the converse. So simply देखो पिला माने undistributed term कोटा all S is P, this is universal affirmative, होची होनी, so simply subject हबो, predicate हो नहीं. अच्छा, एटा चेक कर दबा, या जदि एटा हबोनी. Some P is S, some P is S, some P is S. This is what? Particular affirmative. एतर तीटा को हबो नहीं. तमे एतु देखिबो, that is what? Once again I am repeating. All S is P, होची होनी. No S is P, होची होची. Some S is P, होनी. Some S is not P, होनी होची, right? So listen carefully. तुमको ए जिंस का मन रखिबो पड़िबो. अच्छा. तो पिला माने converted or distributed term कोटा पिले रे P, right? पिले रे the undistributed term of the converted is what? P. अच्छा, ए फर्स्ट प्रोपोजिशन देखो, हमर एटा पॉसिबिलिटीज थिला, या भी तो किछु ओटे हे पारे. हम एथरु देखो, एटे P टा पिला माने डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हे जायछि. Here in case of A type of proposition the P is distributed, but in converted P was not distributed, so it is violating rule 3. Rule 3 को violate करूची. अच्छा, नेक्स्ट चेक करिबा. सम P is S, देखो पिला माने एटा हे नाही, एठी भी हे नथला, एठी भी हे. A non distributed term in the converting cannot be distributed in the converse. Eta rule ko obey karuchi, eta rule ko obey karuchi. So finally we can write down that the converse is what? The converse is sum P is S, right? Sum P is what? S. This is the converse, right? तमे पिला माने एग्जाम रे आसिले इन केस ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन अच्छा इट मु मेंशन कर दोची रूल 1 2 3 ऑल आर सैटिस्फाइड इन कन्वर्स रूल 1 2 3 ऑल आर सैटिस्फाइड पिला माने एग्जाम रे आसिले आई थिंक एटा न लिखले चलिबो डायरेक्टली यू कैन राइट डाउन all s is p converted is what all s is p converse is sum p is s are you clear पिला माने but तमे से तोळे आपण लिखियो पडिबो एटा को लिखिला बेलकु एठी कोन लिखिबो दिस इज व्हाट दिस इज symbolic example these are what symbolic example next you have to give the concrete example right you have to give the concrete example right so concrete example dela bale pila mane listen carefully suppose I am telling that all men are living beings all men are living beings okay तमले converse लिखि परिबो some living beings are what men are you clear pila mane so this is the procedure when there will be a question in your examination question paper that what is conversion okay and what is the conversion of a e I o type of proposition so first हमको conversion रा definition देबा को पड़िबो then rules of conversion लिखियो को पड़िबो then गोटी गोटी करी कि a type e type I type o type proposition विषय तुमको explain करियो पड़िबो you have to explain it right so simply conversion of a type of proposition में करतली right पिला माने next we will go to conversion of this is what conversion of a type of proposition right we will go to next conversion of e type of proposition conversion of what e type of proposition right then the convertant is what no s is p right no s is p okay पिला माने कन्वर्टेंट दिया जायछि no s is what p अच्छा तो माखि मुझे कहै छी okay first rule is what the keyword is think time right subject and predicate will be exchanged this is what rule 1 right the subject of the convertant is the predicate of the converse the predicate of the convertant will be the subject of the converse this is simple first rule आखिर मुझे केति करिवो right next rule is what quality remains same the next rule is what quality remains same so we have to check what is the quality of this type of convertant that is no s is p no s is p no means what negative right so this is negative it a negative mane it a constant negative here as the convertant is negative the converse must be negative right so possibility kon astere what are the possibilities no p is s first possibility is what no p is s the second possibility is what the second possibility is some p is not s are you clear mane no p is s first possibility second possibility is some p is not s this is what this is rule 1 2 both applied right but duita possibilities am takare asuchi we'll go to the rule 3 we'll go to the rule 3 here we have to check subject oh no s is p this is universal negative both the subject and predicates are distributed right so here also both the subject and predicate will be distributed some p is not s some p is not s देखो पिला माने दुईटा जाक डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हे नाही राइट लेसन सॉरी s टा डिस्ट्रीब्यूट इट हे some p is not s this is what particular negative type of what proposition that's why predicate distribute हे subject distribute हे predicate टा distribute हे so listen पिला माने no s is p no p is s sum p is not s. Listen, as the rule suggests, rule 3 kon kahitila pila mane. Rule 3, an undistributed term in the convertant cannot be distributed in the converse. Undistributed term in the convertant, and we are saying that no undistributed terms are there in convertant. No undistributed terms are there. One is s is distributed, p is also distributed. That's why we have no problem regarding rule 3. या भितर किछि भी हमें नहीं पाइबा. But listen carefully पिलामने, in many cases teachers are also what making incorrect things here. That is what जे एठी हमें rule 3 को violate करूचंती in case of sum p is not s. But हमें listen carefully, we are not violating the rule 3. Why we are not violating the rule 3? Because rule 3 is simply saying that an undistributed term in the convertant cannot be distributed in the converse, but there are no undistributed terms are there, right? So ethi ame more general term taku, more general proposition taku we have to choose, and the more general is what? No s is p ro more general is what? Na no p is s. No p is s. This one is the what? Converse. This one is the converse. Pilamane, this one is the converse. Sum p is not s कहले टिके भूल हबो काहे कि because sum p is not s जदि हमें तार literally meaning को जिबा, if we will go through the literally meaning of sum p is not s, if we will go to the conceptual meaning, concept को जदि हमें जिबा sum p is not s, कोठी ना कोठी it refers that sum p is s. Sum p is not s. Sum p is not s means what? Maybe sum p is s, yes or no, but it is no s is p. Are you following my point? So हमें इटा कहि परिबा नाही, हमें most general टा बुझिबा हेई पारे, it may be or it may not be, but हमें most probably most जोटा general माने format सेटा को ही choose करिया, that is no p is s. Here all rule 1 2 and 3 are followed, right? All 1 2 3 are followed. Okay, so this is about the conversion of e type of proposition. पिला माने e type of proposition को आसिला, right? अच्छा, next we will go to the I type of proposition. Listen carefully पिला माने I type of proposition, that is what? Sum s is p. एटा टिके स्पीड रे में करिबा, that is what? Time limit for us. Sum से s is p. Okay, simply sum s is p. Simply move first rule p s. The most important thing, this is what? Rule 1 ting tang, right? Subject of the convertant will be the predicate of the converse, the predicate of the convertant will be the subject of the converse, right? ये ठीक है ना, ऐसे ठीक वाला, right? Next rule 2, that is quality remains same. Quality does not change. Quality remains same. यार quality कौन? Sum s is p, that is particular affirmative. So quality is what? Affirmative. Affirmative पुनी केतला अछि पिले रे? How many types of affirmative propositions are there? 2 affirmative propositions. Maybe all p is s ही पारे, नहले sum p is s ही पारे. That is what? Both rule and rule 1 and 2 जदि हमें follow करिबा, एक data possibilities play on. I'm not damn sure that this one is what happening, this one is the converse, right? So rule 1 2 here are applied. It may be all p is s, it may be some p is s. Okay, next the third rule, a non-distributed term in the convertant cannot be distributed in the converse, right? Acha, we'll see that here both the terms are undistributed because this one is I type of proposition, right? This one is what? I type of proposition. पिला माने इटा देखो, A type of proposition, I type of proposition. देखो एक P type ले रहे, here P is distributed, although it is not distributed here. Listen, P is not distributed in the convertant, that's why it cannot be distributed in the converse. So this proposition is violating rule 3. This proposition is violating rule 3, whereas this proposition is obeying the rule 3. So converse simply कौन है rule ले रहे? Sum p is s, rule 1 2 3. all are applied. So the converse is what? Some s is p, some p is s asibo, right? Are you clear pilamane? Okay, you can give also the concrete example. In both cases, in all the cases, you have to give symbolic examples as well as concrete examples. Next, the last one is what? The last one is O type of proposition. Some s is not p, some s is what? Not p. First rule akhimuji ki p is s etik rakhitha. This is what? Rule 1. Next rule, that is what? Quality remains same. What is the quality? Negative. Tan kon asi pare pilere? No p is s or some p is not s. Acha, this is rule 1 and 2. Third rule, undistributed term in the convertant cannot be distributed in the converse. It dekho pilare, ethi undistributed term kiye? The subject. Acha, ithre both are distributed. Ithre eta habani, eta hochi, right? Pilare convertant undistributed term. What is the undistributed term of s? That is what? S. Are you getting my point? What is the undistributed term of convertant? That is s. But see, what is, once again I am repeating, undistributed term of the convertant undistributed term कोटा s. But देखो दीटा को possibility case रे s टा distribute ही जाइछि. So both the propositions are violating rule 3. So O type of propositions ro conversion cannot be what? Possible. We cannot get the proposition of O type of proposition, right? We cannot get the conversion of O type of proposition. We cannot convert the O type of proposition, right? So ame kon paile A type of proposition. You will check once again, right? A type of proposition ro convert it, if here in this side convertant, in this side converse, you will see that A type of proposition convertant thile tar converse kon asla pilere A ro I, E ro E, I ro I, O ro cannot be converted. Conversion cannot be possible in case of O type of proposition. Pilare A type of proposition I type of proposition conversion hobata ko kon kahanti pilare conversion per limitation. This is known as what? Conversion per limitation. Whereas E type of proposition will convert it to E type of proposition, I type of proposition will be converted to I type of proposition. This is known as what? Simple conversion. O type of proposition को conversion भी करियर वाले process अच्छी. We'll discuss about that in the next video, right? That is known as conversion by negation. We'll discuss about it in the next class, right? For the time being, this is the concept. A will be converted to I. This is known as conversion per limitation. E to E, I to I, both are known as simple conversion, and O type of proposition cannot be converted, right? So pilamane, once again I am repeating. All things cannot be explained through online platform. You have to be what? You have to be admitted in our coaching classes, right? And to get admission in our institute, that is the R Square, you must have to be what? Contact, right? To Shyam Sir, right? You have to contact to Shyam Sir, and his number is 9090 768 267, right? And you can also mail us the R Square regarding admission. If you have any queries about, maybe it may be about the admissions or it may be about the topic, you can mail us to the r_square@gmail.com. जदि पिलाने तुमको आम वीडियो पसंद आसुची ताले you can like, you can subscribe, you can share our videos so that many young students can get opportunities to study about this during this lockdown, right? So for today, this is it. Thank you, Pilamane. Thank you.